Images that are not uncommon on Iraqi social networks, from weddings, funerals, or even football matches. Despite a law banning celebratory shootings, the practice has continued, with often tragic consequences.
Look at this child. When will these shootings end? 4 doctors are working to help him. That's enough firing guns at weddings and funerals. I just don't know what to say anymore.
11-year-old Hussein died shortly after this video was captured. He lived in the deprived Sadr city district of Baghdad until the day a bullet dropped from the sky.
This is the place. He came this way with his friends to buy something. His friend came running to me and said Hussein had been shot in the head. We arrived and took him to the hospital, where he passed away. We don't know why, only that it was a random shooting, and he took a bullet to the head.
This was in December 2021. The police investigation was unable to determine the origin of the shot, and Salam and his family have had no answers to their questions. All they've been left with are feelings of anger and injustice.
A bullet that is fired and that kills someone can't be from an unknown source. How can it be a stray shot? Was it not shot by someone?
How long can this situation continue? If you're the prime minister or leader, we need you to look after your people, especially in Sadr city. We're being destroyed by these random shootings.
There are no official figures, but this family's loss is far from an isolated case. Behind this tragedy and many others is the circulation of unregistered weapons in Iraq. In 2017, the country's small arms survey estimated there were nearly 8 million legal and illegal weapons in civilian hands. In this southern district of Baghdad, this NGO has been distributing leaflets to try and convince residents to stop firing weapons in celebration.
We are now working on educating people while calling upon the governments to implement stronger measures. It needs time, a few years, even if the country's security situation continues to be stable. If we start now, we can defeat this problem in about 10 years' time.
Although the anti-gun activists are greeted with indifference by many Baghdadis, they're nonetheless succeeding in getting through to some locals.
My life has changed since I was hurt by a random bullet. I can't go out without feeling unsafe.
2 days ago, the shooting was very close and my kids were scared. I want the government to launch an arms search in all of Baghdad's neighborhoods.
The Iraqi government has launched a new campaign to tackle the problem, which makes holding arms the exclusive right of the state. Every weapon must be registered, and there can be only one in each household.
Once we are done registering and buying back the weapons, we will have a rough estimate. Then we can start searching and seizing unregistered weapons. All weapons will be registered across the country, and we will put heavy restrictions on the use of heavy and medium weapons. People don't need to worry. The security situation has stabilized across the country.
Nearly 700 collection centres have been planned, but this is not the first time that a government has attempted the operation. They anticipate widespread reluctance among the population to give up their arms. In the Misan province in southeast Iraq, weapons are synonymous with power. Here, tribal conflicts and endless cycles of revenge often erupt into conflict, resulting in scores of deaths every year. The son of a tribal chief here was recently wounded in a targeted attack.
I got a phone call. They told me, your son's been attacked. He was injured in the head. His case is hopeless. I don't think he'll survive. He was shot in the head. It's just jealousy between young men. They were jealous of his father's status.
An attack like this normally carries a heavy price under tribal law, but the man's father, an important figure in Misan, has promised local tribal chiefs and the government that he will not retaliate. He supports the policy of disarmament.
From the position I'm in, I call on everyone involved in tribal disputes to consider my blood as the end to these conflicts. I offer my pain as reconciliation. I'm not involved in these problems, but I consider my son as a recompense.
Many may support the government's campaign publicly, but off camera they say they still feel like they need their weapons in the event of another war or to ensure their safety. One question now remains: who will be the first to agree to give up their arms?